Hey everyone, this is my review of Batman 3 Jokers Book 2. And I can't say I got into this issue as much as I got into issue number 1, but it was still interesting and hopefully will set up some cool things in Book 3. Alright, so um, in the last issue, of course, Jason Todd shot the Joker in the head, or at least one of the Jokers. Um, but this picks up at a very different point. This picks up, well, so we see a typical suburban neighborhood. Joker pulls up to a house in a van, kicks open the door, and says, "Honey, I'm home." And he's labeled as number 2, the comedian. Um, and it shows his wife, who says, "Hello, dear. I wasn't expecting you so early, but dinner's ready." And Joker says, "It smells wonderful." And she says, "I'm so glad you're pleased." And clearly she's not enjoying this marriage. And Joker says, "Where's Junior?" And his son is up on the stairs and saying, "I don't want to come down. Why can't we just leave?" Um, and his mom says, "I'm sorry, baby. You know how upset your father can be if we don't have dinner when he gets home." And she says, um, "I know you're mad that he hasn't been home much, but he loves us. Please come to dinner." And so then Joker calls out in a sing-song voice, "Honey, Junior, it's getting cold." Well, um, then so they're at the dinner table. Joker asks, "Why the long face, son?" Or Junior, "Why the long face?" And his mom says, "Octopus isn't his favorite. That's all." And I mean, Joker's literally like eating octopus. Yeah. And anyway, this whole thing is shown to be some kind of whack imagination dreamed up by this Joker. And then you can see at the dinner table there's this mannequin and this teddy bear. So it just kind of shows the insanity of the Joker. And I thought that was a very interesting way to start off issue 2. Um, but anyway, then the other Joker labeled the criminal comes in and is like, "You're wasting time." Um, and of course, they're upset because one of them is dead, and so I guess it was the clown who was shot. Um, and then also at the end of issue 1, Commissioner Gordon had called Batman to say that they had cornered another Joker, and then Batman arrives and there's like these dogs, and they've all got Joker grins, and anyway, when they finally get inside, Batman sedates the dogs, and the owner was mauled by his own guard dogs, but not before he was exposed to the same toxins that, like, the Joker toxins. And so apparently it was this person that was spotted, but and not the Joker. Um, so yeah, it's I don't know. I don't know where this is going exactly. Barbara shows up, and of course she was with Jason when Jason killed that one Joker. Um, and she walks in as Batman and Commissioner Gordon are having this conversation about this Walls, yeah, Judge Walls, and Batman says that he was the reason Arkham was a revolving door because he was dirty. He would take bribes from old Arkham officials, and he'd send criminals to Arkham Asylum where security was loose, and so it's kind of unclear why he's been killed, but that's who he is, I guess, in the Batman world. Anyway, so yeah, Barbara shows up and tells Batman what Jason did, and Batman actually doesn't, like, you kind of expect him to have a bigger reaction, but he is just more like, "I'll talk to him," and just kind of sad that Jason is going down this road. And Um, Barbara gets mad because she like you could have done more for Jason when he came back, but instead you just kind of ignored him after he became Red Hood. Yada yada yada. Um, and basically Batman said, "Well, you didn't need. You came back on your own after Joker shot you, and you literally walked away from your tragedy through your own will. I was hoping Jason was more like you." I don't know. That's not a very good excuse in my opinion. Um, and I didn't really care too much about all of this. I'm just more interested in the mystery behind the three Jokers, so that part got a little boring. Um, so we cut back to Jason Todd, and he's trying to hunt down more Jokers, I guess, even though he thought he killed the Joker. I don't exactly know what he's looking for. Um, I guess he's just looking for where the chemicals went that were stolen from Ace Chemicals. Um, so anyway, he's interrogating this dude and sees that there's pool cleaner on him, and so he's off to follow up on that clue. Then this was an interesting um, scene here. Batman goes to Blackgate Prison, which is the other prison in Gotham, I guess, besides Arkham Asylum. And yeah, Blackgate is more of like a prison, whereas Arkham is more of a mental institution. But anyway, so the fingerprints that were found at that Judge Wall's um, crime scene belonged to none other than Joe Chill. So Batman is walking through the halls, and we see Rupert Thorne here. And as Batman walks by, he backs away from the bars, and so does this Alexander Sartorius. And then Batman gets to Joe Chill's cell, and I'm pretty sure this is the date that he first appeared, March 3rd, 1939. I was trying to see if that matched up with these others, and I don't think it does necessarily. Maybe like 1977 and also 1977. So I'm not exactly sure how that lines up, but I'm pretty sure 1939, I think, is when Joe Chill first appeared. But anyway, Batman starts to talk, and he's like, and apparently it didn't come out right, so he clears his throat and talks louder. "You know who I am. We need to talk now." No answer, so Batman kicks down his cell, and he finds that Joe Chill has been moved. He's been moved to the hospital wing. Apparently, he has like stage 4 cancer. But they don't know. Um, they can't ask him how his fingerprints wound up at Judge Wall's place. But Batman's like, well, if we look at the security logs, and if we'll, I'm betting we'll find an unidentified visitor who slipped in and paid a visit to Joe Chill. And Barbara asks, what connection is there between the Joker and Joe Chill other than you? And Batman's like, I don't know. And then Jason accesses the Bat computer from his helmet, and that's able to give Batman Jason's location. So then they head to find him. So Jason is at this pool, and he finds all these bodies in this chemical soup, basically. And we can see here that this is acid stuff. He dips a Q-tip in it and starts to melt the thing. And then it's basically kind of like zombies, where they start coming to life, I guess. And then as he's like, I don't know, dealing, because he's attacked by one of them. He's like, let me go, you freak. He kicks it back into this acid soup, and then from behind we get Joker, the two Jokers capture him, and basically I guess they're trying to make the perfect Joker, and they are hoping Jason Todd is going to be that perfect Joker. They paint a smile on Todd's helmet, and they're like, we wanted you to be the perfect Joker, um, but they're like, you're not a fit, unfortunately. And they get into why Jason Todd wears the red hood, and because that was Joker's alias before he became the Joker, and so Jason Todd's like, it's a joke. um, and they're like, we left you with brain damage and permanent nerve pain, physical and emotional trauma so severe that the only relief you ever find is when you inflict pain on others. You and me, boy, we're more alike than you'd care to admit. Just diving more into the psychology of these characters, I guess. Um, but they proceed, or at least one of the Jokers does, to beat Jason again with the crowbar. And again, I don't. It's kind of confusing when it seems like the last Joker was the one who killed Jason Todd, but then this one is the one swinging the crowbar. And he's like, this is really more fun than it was the first time. So it's like, well, was this the Joker? I mean, I get it. That's part of the mystery, but it's still kind of. It's like, this is issue 2 out of 3, I think. We should be getting more details by now. So Barbara and Batman stumble upon the same mess of zombie people. And one of them grabs Batman's utility belt and accidentally activates the homing beacon for the Batmobile, which busts through and kind of, I don't know, wipes out the zombie people, Joker zombies, I guess. And so they discover Jason, who's been beaten again, and Jason is pissed at Batman again because he's like, you put me on this path. Do you think I'm alright? So they get Jason out of there. They get him back. I don't know if this is at Barbara's place. I assume it is. Yeah, I think this is Barbara's place. But anyway, Jason Todd's resting, and he wakes up in a room, and he finds the wheelchair and all of these calendars that have been marked off from when Barbara was recovering and in the wheelchair after Joker shot her. He finds all of these books on pain management, and on like self-help and forgiveness and everything like that. And then Barbara comes back, and this scene was kind of weird. It's like they have this moment where Barbara's like, we wanted to be there for you, Jason, but we didn't know you were alive. We thought you were dead. And she said, we all wish we had been there for you. And Jason says, no one has ever said that to me. And Barbara says, well, I'm saying it now. And then they share this kiss, which is kind of weird because it's always been like Batgirl and Nightwing, Barbara and Dick Grayson. Not really Jason Todd. But I guess she got wrapped up in the moment or something. And then she's like, yeah, we shouldn't have done that. I just wanted you to know I care. And Jason's like, I never felt like anyone cared. And Jason's like, Barbara. And she says, it was only a moment, Jason. That's all it was. I mean, come on. Leave it to a woman to kiss you right after you've been through a freaking beating like you had when you were a teen that killed you, and you were captured again by the Joker, and you went through this extremely traumatizing experience, and you get back, this girl kisses you and then says it's just a moment. Like, that's that's freaking messed up, man. I don't know. Anyway, back at the Batcave, Batman is going through old files, and again we see the clown, or the criminal, the clown, the comedian, um, and nothing's really revealed there. But apparently, Joker kidnaps Joe Chill and puts the hat back on him, and asks, "It's time to finally confess, Mr. Chill. Why did you really kill Martha and Thomas Wayne?" That's where issue 2 ends. I don't really know where this is going. It's like, if there's only 3 issues, issue 2 did not give us a very clear direction of where we were going. It seemed like issue 1 set up events pretty well, but this just kind of seemed like a lot of wild goose chases and random dramatic moments and dialogue, so I'm not as big of a fan as this one as I was of issue 1. But hopefully issue 3 will make this book matter more, and we'll get some more answers. I mean, hopefully, I think it's the last issue, so if the mystery's not wrapped up by then I don't know, you got me. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.